What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with another video taking a look at Moderna stock, ticker symbol MRNA. We'll take a look at how Moderna stock's been trading recently, some key support and resistance levels that we have coming up, some pieces of news that I think could be great for the stock as well. So we'll take a little bit of look at that, and then we'll get to the stock analysis part of it. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Moderna are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record and we will get right into it. So Moderna stock has been doing absolutely amazing these past couple of days and these past couple of weeks. I know that when I started making these videos, right, we were in a downtrend, kind of in these low 100s, and I was talking to a lot of you guys about, and you guys were telling me, hey, I'm holding from 140, 150, 160, 170, what do you think is going to happen? Or, talking about just, hey, I'm holding this much, hoping for it to go back up, and we've seen that run happen. So I'm really excited about that. A lot of you guys have said, my videos have helped you kind of make the decision on where you want to sell or if you want to keep holding, and I really appreciate all of you guys saying that as well. It really makes my day. So let's get right into the video. Let's cover a little bit of news first. First things first, I didn't make a video on it yesterday, but what we got yesterday was a news related to, let's see, they were talking about how they were talking against the new variants, and then it works. Yeah, so Moderna says it believes vaccine will work against new variants. That was a day ago, so that definitely, I think, helped push the stock up as well, right? Saying that it is going to, work against the kind of the new variants, which again bring a little bit of uncertainty into the market, a little bit of uncertainty into our lives. But the fact that Moderna has said that they will work is great news for the stock. The other piece of news that we got was that Moderna was on track to deliver their 200 million doses to the US government by end of June, right? Which is initially what they had kind of agreed to. The other thing that we got today, and this is kind of something that I'd mentioned in one of my previous videos, remember that when the US placed an order, right? I think it was up to 500 million, if I'm not mistaken. I talked about it in one of my previous videos, but I could be saying it wrong. But essentially they had about 200 or 300 million more that they could order, and what we saw today was that the Biden administration is actually ordering 200 million more doses, 100 million from Pfizer and 100 million from Moderna, right? So that's good for us, good for the stock price. Hopefully we hit that 11, 12, 13 billion dollars in revenue that Moderna stock was expected to do this year. And we keep, pushing the stock price up with all the good news that we've been getting. So let's take a look at how the stock price traded today, and we will take a look at, what the future levels of support and resistance are. So we were green on the day. We ended the day up $3.80, which is about 2.5%. We are down a little bit in the after hours, about 1% or so. But although, we were up to 165 at some point, I want you guys to kind of consider the fact that the NASDAQ was red, down 2.61%. The Dow was down 613 points and another 100 points, which is a 700 point drop. That's a massive drop. A little more than 2%, and then the S&P was down 2.5% with another 0.5% coming in after hours, right? So take a look at all that, and the fact that Moderna was green, and that too, like 2.5%, is not too shabby, right? So like we said, this level that I had kind of drawn for us, right, we were hovering around it, above, below, absolutely took off from 153 to 164, did not look back, looked like it was going to be another monster green day. And then we ended up giving a lot of that back, a lot of which was due to a sell-off happening in the second half of the day across all indexes, across a lot of different stocks. So that's why it doesn't really worry me that it happened with Moderna as well. That being said, we're back above this level that I have, 153. And now we are kind of bouncing above it in the after hours, right? So let's take a look at the daily chart and we'll see what we see. So you guys remember the downtrend we were in, and then the uptrend. And after the fourth day, I drew this line for us to hopefully continue the trend up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stretch this line out, okay? The reason I'm doing that is because I think, you know, at some point, especially over the next couple of days, as the markets get a little heavy, we could see a little bit of a pullback across the board, right? Whether or not Moderna is going to be hit by it or not, I don't know, obviously, right? It could, just because of the amount of weakness in the market. Now, what I want us to look for are key levels of support to see where the stock finds support, right? The other thing that I want to talk about is from kind of in just the month of January, right? We've gone from the low 100s to 155. That's a 50% return on stocks. Not talking options, I'm talking straight stocks. So, you know, great return. Someone who bought early January could be looking to sell, take their profits and run, which could cause the stock price to drop a little as well. Just telling you that if that happens, you know, not to worry as long as we find support at some of these levels that I'm about to describe. So the first level that we have, right, is this 153 level, the low 153s. Now we are pretty close to that in the after hours right now. So if we were to break below that, we've got the 145 coming in next, which is about a $7 or $8 drop. But really the first level of support that's, you know, pretty solid that I think the stock needs to stay above right now, excuse me, is the 8 EMA, which is at $140.41. It might change a little tomorrow depending on, you know, where the stock's trading tomorrow. And then the second, and the point after that is this 135 line before we get to the 21 EMA at 131, which is also where this line is. On the upside, right, what we have is where we kind of close today to push for 155 and then to push for this 165 level, right? If we take a look here, I'm going to draw a line for us right here to kind of monitor going into the future. Really this 164.50s in the mid 164s, that's the line that we have to watch for. If I go back to the daily chart, you know, that's kind of our goal right now is to reach for this line. But I do think that we could see a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of consolidation, kind of depending on how the markets are doing before we start to push back up again. Which again, nothing to worry about if we see a little bit of a pullback, totally healthy, especially for a stock like Moderna that's up 50% in the month of January alone. I am long-term bullish on Moderna. As I mentioned, I sold a third of my position at 145, holding on to the rest for a ride up. So, you know, if we see a little bit of a pullback, I'm in it for the long term, at least the first half of 2021. So not too worried there. Again, on the drop, I'm watching 153, 145. Well, actually 153, 150 for a mental resistance, 145, and then the 8 EMA at 140. But above all, you know, hoping that this trend line that we had drawn a while ago continues to hold if we drop all the way to it. Personally think we could find some support before we drop to that, but if we do end up dropping to this line, or maybe we start to go sideways for a little bit and then we kind of meet this line down the line here. So either way, I'll keep you guys posted. We've gotten a lot of good news and the stock's been doing really well, so I'm really excited to share this progress with you guys, and I know some of you guys are really excited with the way it's trading as well. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys are, you know, holding Moderna, selling Moderna, what your trade plans are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.